In this video, you realize abuses towards animals, as for some people are considered as objects, while for others are part of their family. Animal traffic, wildlife trafficking is now among the most lucrative criminal trades in the world, worth perhaps 20 billion annually, and some say more, behind only drugs and human trafficking. Ounce for ounce, products such as rhino horn and deer musk can be worth more than gold or cocaine. In the 90s, crystallized bear bile sold in South Korea for over 1,000 a gram, which is about 20 times the price of heroin. The reason is simple: money. The earnings from wildlife trafficking usually amount to well over 1,000% return on investment. As you can see, these acts are a clear demonstration of human insensitivity and a lack of respect for life. This must stop, and it is in our hands the ability to correct these bad practices before it is too late, and we end life of any species that suffer from this kind of abuse. Hopefully, with this little capsule, Care Conscious, to make a living creature not just a pet, in many cases, more than one pet is part of your life. Take care of them, protect them, and respect them.
In the journal Science Research developed that between 2000 and 2006, the United States alone imported nearly 1.5 billion live animals from 190 countries across the world, mostly for sale as pets. So 80% of those animals came from wild populations in underdeveloped countries whose governments continue to turn a blind eye, and nearly 70% of them came from the southeast of Asia, and known hotspots for emerging disease which have made the jump from the animal kingdom to ours. The main animals of export from Philippines are snakes, turtles, monkeys, crocodiles, lizards, and many already endangered species of native birds, and in response to the growing concern to public safety because of the avian flu. So some European and Asian governments have finally started to take things seriously and crack down this activity as a public threat. As you can see, these acts are a clear demonstration of human insensitivity and a lack of respect for life. This must stop. In our hands the ability to correct these bad practices before it is too late, and we end life of any species that suffer from the kind of abuse. So thank you for your attention. See you for the next capsule of Animal, and see you. Goodbye. Bye.
Well, I'd like to talk about the case of Thai Navy. In Thai Navy, 8 traffickers animals were arrested because they have 2 tigers and 45 pangolins. The tigers were shopped in 2 places. The police followed the traffickers around in cars and the boats because they tried to pass the tigers in the river or Mikigon. And before that, in 1978, the policeman arrested 6 trafficked animals because they have 6 tigers and 4 leopards. And 2,075 pangolins. They tried to cross the river too. In January 1979, the policemen arrested 2 trafficked animals because they have 4 tigers. In Hua Hin, the tigers were from Malaysia and they were en route to China.
How many of us have wanted a pet like a cat or dog? Well, if you want a companion for your life, you should know the minimum requirements of care for you and your new friend. Coexistence achieve a happy, respectful, and very pleasant. For this, we give this simple tip. Pets are more than just animals. Our furry, feathered, and finite friends require time, attention, and a safe and comfortable home as we do. Most people don't think about pets when buying or building houses. If you want to get a pet or you got a pet, check these little tips.
Kittens and pups will sneak into an open, dangerous place the first chance they get. Give them their own space, and you won't have to worry about them picking refuge where they don't belong. A hassle-free zone with a cozy bed, water stars, and safe toys will do the trick. Other convenient features include a sink to wash feeding bowls and adequate storage for accessories. Remember that well-exercised pets are less likely to get into trouble and more likely to rest well at night instead of barking or whining for attention. If it's possible, create a pet area in a mudroom with cat or doggy door access to a fenced-in yard, corral or dog run so that they can head outdoors at their leisure. Litter boxes should be placed away from feeding areas and in a place that's private, but not too isolated. If your pet doesn't feel safe or comfortable using a litter box, he won't. Elderly pets should be given an area on the ground level, and wee pads should be accessible. Consider placement of ramps to furniture if you allow your elderly pet that kind of access. If you're not home for most of the day, you're presented with a special set or concern. Consider a pet fountain so that fresh water is readily available.
Hi, I'm give a little tip if you are thinking about getting a pet. You must be very careful with the plants in your house. For example, some kind of plants like this could be poison for you. In other case, your housing care for the cleaning must be very dangerous. If they eating, could be deadly. If this is, for example, a dog, you need a sensitive area for the green area. For example, if you live in a block, it's not a good idea for a dog. But what about a little cat? Must be the best option for you. Or the bear. It's part in your life, in your family. Be very careful. They are loved, and we can love them a lot. Remember, each a member in your family.
With every pet, every new animal that came to your home, you need to have a place destined for them. Warm places. For the kittens that need a lot of warmth, that need to be very, very warm, you can put a lamp between their bed to keep them warm. That's the point. Okay, the orphan kittens need more cares, and they need to be more warm. So if you have an orphan kitten, you have to take care of them, bring them, keep them warm, and you have to help them to defecate. You have to help them to defecate, like with a cloth. You put in warm water and you began to take their poops their poop, and that it's going to help the kitten. The kittens that are orphans all the kittens when they are babies can regulate their temperature, their body temperature. So the kittens are and their mothers help them. So the kittens that are orphan, they couldn't make it on their own, so you have to help them. Like for example, cover, like you have to cover them with clothes, and you have to stay with them all the time that you can as possible. It's very important this. Then after that, when the cats grow up, they don't need a lot of cares. You have to only give them food, and the cats go out and they are running and climbing places and houses. But when they return to their homes, they need love too, like every animal. And if you are sincerely with the animals, with your pets, you are going to have a very, very pure love.
There are lots of different types of birds, and all sorts can make wonderful pets. Many birds enjoy close contact, which make many of them nice, social, and sometimes cody friends. Some just love to talk or sing to you, giving you friendship and relaxation. A lot of parrots will enjoy sharing meals with you, napping with you, and even showering with you. Pet birds love to interact with their humans companion. Bird care starts with the same basic approach to all types of birds. They all need a bird cage with one or more perches, and bird feeders and accommodate their appropriate food and outdoor seed. Bird care, however, can be a tricky business that caring for other types of domestic pets. Why? Because different types of birds have unique needs. Bird care needs to be tailored to each type of bird or bird pet for its health and well-being. Bird feeders. Bowls are needed for food and treats, water, grit, and crushed shell. Small birds can use plastic bowls. Ceramic or stainless steel bowls generally are needed for medium and large parrots. These bigger birds will often chew up plastic bowls, even pick off their bowls and dump them or toss them to the floor. Built-in bowl holders are often part of the cage and may be designed to keep the bird from removing the bowl. Other bowls are attached with hooks, bolts, or clips and may mount inside or outside the cage depending on the design. Bird perches. Perches not only provide a standing place for birds, but also give them an opportunity to exercise their beaks and keep their beaks trim. Pitch size and shape can vary depending on the bird, but should fit their feet. One perch is comfortable to the most parrots, and one middle fit pursuit smaller birds. Round and oval wooden perches are often used, and sometimes plastic perches are used for small birds. Variety in both size and shape is important to exercise your bird's feet. Natural branches are great to providing this variety. Concrete perches make nice additional perches to parrots to help them keep both nails and bill trim. Bird toys. Bird toys are a great way to combat boredom and provide exercise for your pet bird. Toys for birds are designed in lots of combination of goods, leathers, ropes, chains, belts, and even acrylics. Toys such as swings and ladders are designed for showing and climbing, while stainless steel mirrors are for view and comfort. The wide range and non-toxic colors, fun textures, shapes and size, sounds, and even smell that you'll find in bird's toy will keep both you and your bird's interest in checking out new ones.
Hello friends, we are here in Ellen's house. Ellen is a very, very good friend. She's American, she's from California, and she loves the animals. She loves and dogs, and she's a good Stop. A good mommy. Ellen, how did you begin to love animals?
Well, my mom drank a lot. She was an alcoholic ever since I could remember when I was little. And I started calling wild cats in my neighborhood and feeding them and talking to them and sharing all my sorrows with them. And it was a way that God somehow brought peace into my life in a situation that wasn't very peaceful. And I thought, when I grow up, I'll have all the cats I can have. And I do now. I don't want any more. I have some to give it. Thank you.
And then all your animals, all your cats are adopted?
Yes, all of the animals are adopted. They all either came here, someone found them. And I would never buy an animal. There's too many on the street that need a home.
Yeah. What do you think about pet adoption?
That's the best thing you can do. There's so many that need it. I think people adoption is good too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that don't have a home, and people that can't have kids or want to have more kids, they should adopt. Adoption is wonderful. My sister was adopted. So.
Your principal advice for adopt pets? Just one. Mention your one.
Well, everybody in the family has to be in agreement to adopt it. I wouldn't give a pet, an animal to a little kid that came saying, I want this. Bring your mother. Let me talk to you. Do you own your home? Do you rent your home? Do you have permission to have an animal in your home? Do you have a yard if you want a puppy? Do you have enough money to be able to vaccinate the dog? Are you going to get your animal fixed? I ask them lots of just give them away to anyone.
Of course, in your opinion, it's fair to adopt.
Yeah.
To buy.
Well, of course, because the animals that are being sold will get sold, but the animals that are on the street.
What kind of pets do you like? Only cats?
No, I like dogs. I like a lot of animals, but mostly I like cats. But I have Bambi. You can lower your little finger. Bambi. She was, you can't really see her because she's laying down, and she was a dog that was rescued from the street. She had an owner. Her owner didn't take care of her. She was hit by a car. Her whole back was open. She allowed me to keep her into my car, and I gave her, she got fixed. The vet took wonderful care of her, the best. I gave her away, and the girl didn't take good care of her. She returned her to me, and she passed 11, 12 years. And she loves cats.
Perfect.
Profepa lost 200,000 exotic animals. Reliance says ignore the fate of the species that have been since 2003. La Procuraduría Federal de Protección al Ambiente Profepa has said in the past 5 years more than 200,000 animals that were to be sold illegally, but no knowledge of its whereabouts. Before a request submitted by a citizen, the agency under the Secretaría de Medio Ambiente Semarnat released the total number of animals saved, but also say that within their files has no information about the fate of each one specimen secured in the last 5 years, and referred the applicant to the Procuraduría General de la República. Through System Information Request Federal Public Service (CISI), the applicant also asked the names of those arrested for trafficking in animals and the percentage of mortality of the species in defense and the application thereof. In all three cases, the attorney said he had no such information in their expedient. In the case of Amedea, it's an association about the defense and promotion of the rights of animals, and he said that every living thing has a value and itself and plays an important role in the biosphere. Amedea works to make people aware of it and struggles through the education and the right to respect for life.
He keeps me in chains in his filthy backyard.
He starves me.
And beats me.
He trains me to fight.
And keep on fighting.
Even if my legs are broken.
Even if my guts are hanging out.
If I win, I live to fight another day. If I lose, I die.
To him, I'm just a dog.
But who's the animal?
Hago la de actor